What up, though, y'all? It's Chris, broadcasting from the D. And we got to talk about these EBT changes. You know, some would say long time coming. I'm one of them. I'm starting to see, listen, I'm grateful for social media, even though it can be a bit goofy at times. I'm grateful for the fact that people love putting a business out there, because that's how I learn all of this stuff. I'm seeing people making complaints about the fact that their EBT benefits or SNAP, depending on where you live at, they are being reduced. I'm seeing some who have been outright cut off. And I'm also seeing, in some cases, apparently there's some states that have decided to go through with the whole no junk food on EBT and SNAP benefits. And I think this is great. And again, social media is the gift that keeps on giving. One of the greatest things was allowing people the resources, the avenue to show you who they really are. When you got people that are abusing a system and they're doing it so blatantly and unapologetically, it's only a matter of time before something's done about it. And what do I mean about that? I can't tell you how many videos I've seen of some morbidly obese single mom, and I said obese on purpose, not obese, obese. Some huge high-calorie single mom at the grocery store flexing about what all she can buy with food stamps. I mean, I be seeing baskets, not one basket, 2 baskets, and you know it's for real EBT because the basket is colorful. You see Gushers, you see what is it, the frozen meals, Hot Pockets, you see fruit roll-ups, you see Pop-Tarts. I mean, it be all this junk. You see chips and Snickers and M&M's minis. I mean, it be all this stuff. The basket be full of colorful packaging. Notice, food that's good for you don't typically come in really flashy, colorful packagings. Is always the BS, the stuff that is making them morbidly obese that they consume in mass. So they go to the store, they fill up not 1 but 2 baskets with this stuff. They brag about the fact that they get thousands of dollars in food stamps, and then they go and they cash it out. And in many cases, they're laughing about the fact that they don't know how much anything costs. They're walking around the store being very boastful about the fact that they don't know how much any of the things they're throwing in the basket cost, and they don't care because they're not really paying for it. You are. And now those people some are already crying the blues, and it's going to be many more that are going to be crying the blues. As I said, social media is a wonderful thing because it really has given people the ability to expose themselves. See, I like to believe that this is a new thing because people of my generation usually aren't messy with this public stuff. But no, a lot of the people from my generation are the very women that are on here. And it do be women, it do not be dudes, because usually a single dad don't get the stuff. I had my son raising him. I did not receive any sort of food benefits. We went to the grocery store. I bought the cereals that I like, the Honey Nut Cheerios and Honey Bunches of Oats. He basically ate whatever I bought. Just it wasn't any complaints. He didn't really care about the super sugary cereals. Now his mom kept those around over at her place, but he really didn't seem all that enamored with those when he would go over there and have them. So it's not usually single dads, because there's a sense of pride when it comes to men that apparently a lot of women don't have. Men typically don't want handouts. We feel some sort of way. We feel like our manhood is being encroached upon by accepting handouts. A grown man will be in a dire situation and really need that help and still be reluctant to take it because he feels like as a man he should be able to make it on his own strength. So that's just pride that men has. I mean, sometimes it even works against us, but that's what it is to be a man. So you see a lot of times women that are in these videos bragging about this and that, and they love to talk about how their kids deserve this, their kids deserve that. And it amazes me how you believe your kids deserve a life that you're not willing to work and give to them. I know somebody personally who thinks like this. I don't even really communicate with them all that often anymore because as I heard this sort of really weird mentality over and over and over, it kind of was a turnoff. Like, I don't really want to be around anybody who thinks that they're entitled to endless free money and resources that's off the backs of other people. And they don't really care. They talk about, I deserve this, I deserve that. I swear, nobody talks about what it is they deserve like a person who's not working for it. Nobody has a larger sense of entitlement than a person who's not working for it. I cannot tell you how many times I've listened to somebody personally in my own life, be it I'm overhearing them because I'm at the mall, or I'm overhearing them because I'm at the grocery store. I cannot tell you how many times I've heard some woman, some food stamp recipient going on about how she deserves this and she deserves that, and how it's going to be a problem if they make changes. And in fact, they're annoyed by the fact that there's people like me that think that they should actually get off their lazy behind and go out and work for it. It's crazy when you got hard working Americans that's out here eating ramen noodles that's barely making it, and then you have somebody who isn't a productive member of society at all. They sit at home watching the talk show stuff and the soap operas that come on during the day when everybody else is out working hard during they 9 to 5, and they just feel like they should be able to continue to do that they shouldn't have to go out and earn what it is that they're receiving. They do not care about the fact that you who work 60 hours a week are struggling to make ends meet and don't have health insurance, and they're being as unproductive as ever, and they're eating steak, they're having seafood boils, just all of this. They're essentially living better than you are. Well, maybe not, but they're certainly eating better than you are. Their overall lifestyle may not be as good as yours because you usually have a vehicle that you own. Usually you're not worried about your rent being paid or whatever, but the trade-off is that when it comes to eating, you might be having to cut some corners, man. You might be having to eat them cheese sandwiches or whatever, and they may not be spending the money that you are going to work, and they could be living with somebody or whatever, so they don't have their own space and all that. There's concessions in other parts of their lives, but they have health care, and ultimately they're eating better than you are. And that's got to be frustrating as hell. When you got somebody busting their butt working hard and they can't afford health care and they can't afford to eat seafood boils, and somebody who isn't producing is doing both or has both, the ability to eat whatever it is they want because they can just go into the store and throw stuff in the basket and not even know how much anything costs, and just go to the doctor for any little thing, and your tax dollars is being siphoned off the top. Remember, they taking it off the top. You have no say in it. They taking it off the top. This is the stuff that you're paying for. It's got to be frustrating. So change is coming. For those that have been waiting for this day, it is here. Change is happening. It's only a matter of time. I'm thinking that before Trump's 4 years is up, this is going to become more likely than not, like nationwide across the board. You're not going to be able to go out and buy pop and chips and cookies with food stamps, and they're going to start putting limits, time limits on how long you can receive this stuff, and they're going to lower the amounts that people are receiving. Because going to the grocery store with 3,500 in food stamps, and this isn't a number that I'm making up, I seen it for myself because these people be flexing the receipts. Going to the grocery store with $3,500 and you can just throw whatever it is that you want in the cart and not even worry about how much anything costs, that's wild to me, man. This has been a system that's been abused way too long, and I'm glad something's being done about it. I'm gonna leave it there though, you guys. Hit me with a like if you like what I do. Hit me with a sub if you like what I do. Hit me in them comments. I'm gonna holler at y'all. Peace.